pretty tough for me. But it was
that your first time doing that?
First time doing that, and it was intense, man. My wife came with me. She's pretty much my partner for everything, man. Like she kept me right. We played music. He was a big Cycle Round fan, man. So we played some Cycle Round. Got to work and got to talk to him, and just said my goodbyes, man. And that dude I'll forever hold in my heart. So really big, man. Still gets me to this day, dude. It still hurts.
And it's tragic too, because it sounds like he left some kids and a wife behind.
Yeah, that right there. And I still see his kids, man. They
is that
come
right?
down, and I'm blessed. Man, these kids are big now, man. They're bigger than me. So it's seeing them. It's heart, it's heartwarming, man, because they look just like Pops, man, and they're tall, big kids taking care of Mom, man. So just making Mom proud, and I know that's what he wants. So
it's hard because it's not my biggest fear, and I've talked about this before. Obviously, my biggest fear is losing one of my kids, especially being taken or something like that. Man. But my next fear would be leaving my kids orphans. I mean, they're left on this world to, dude, fend for themselves. That's tough.
That's it brings me back to my I also lost one in 2010. That my close cousin, man. Very close.
What happened there?
He passed away in a car accident as well. He was in Long Beach on Ocean Boulevard, man, and driving down Ocean. They started racing, him and some buddies. It was four people in one of those 2-door Mustangs, like a 95 or something. They're smashing down, and they're young. They lose control, there's a rock on Ocean Boulevard when it ends. Mm-hmm. It's called the Peninsula.
Yeah.
And they smacked that rock, and they all passed away.
No.
4 of them, dude.
Wow.
And we had both just had our daughters. So our daughters are 2 weeks. They're 2 weeks apart. Well, his daughter's birthday was last Sunday. This past Sunday, she turned 14.
Wow.
And then my daughter turns 14 next week. That when he was still trying to breathe. The last one, the other 3 had passed away. He was still trying to breathe. They had him in the hospital on the breathing thing. So they pretty much said he was going to be in a vegetable state. So from that point, man, the loss was very hard for me to accept on that one, because we had just hung out. We're on the phone. I went to Las Vegas that weekend, and he said, "I'll see you when you get back. I'll be in the barbershop." I said, "All right, I got you." That weekend he passes. So our daughters he passes in August. Our daughters were born in April. So they're babies, man. They're little babies. So from that point on, man, I just it was different. I did make a promise that I'll be there for her as much as I can, and to this day, man, she just had her birthday last week. We were out there hanging out. Well, I went to go take her a gift.
So you guys you still keep in touch?
There.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
still
great.
there.
Oh, he was your cousin, right?
He's my cousin,
okay.
man, and I won't break it. I don't break promises like that, especially at that caliber. So I'm very blessed to still be a part of her life, man, and see him through her, and where I'm at now in life, and the level of appreciation for the breathing I got and the people I'm able to see and hug and love still. This is everything to me, seeing her, and she doesn't know what it's like to have a dad, like that. So she has an uncle, and I'll always be there for her, kind of thing, man. So it's life will never give you the game plan or the book, man. But
you've experienced a lot of tragedy in your life. Yeah,
there was another one, man. Another mentor of mine that opened up a restaurant in Downey. 2 buddies of mine, called Bastards Canteen in downtown Downey on Florence, and on Firestone and Downey Avenue.
Is that where you said your wife works?
She works there. She's a bartender at the canteen.
Yeah.
It's a veteran-owned. They named it after their battalion, Marine Corps battalion.
Is that right?
Yeah, they were called
Marine Corps.
Marine Corps.
Shout out to the Marines,
dude. Solid guys, man.
Yeah.
Because of them, bro. Like a lot of my work ethic is based off of their strategies, for the most part, of go kind of thing. So keeping my head on the swivel. I was a security for them for some time, so that's where I got really, really close to one of the owners, co-owner, Calvin Spencer, man. That's my boy, and He's that guy right there, man. When I'd go to work, he's just always there. So we got to pick each other's brains. He became a customer of mine. The relationship was just getting stronger and stronger. We were always chopping it up about something. So one night he's going home, dude, and my wife's working that night at Bastards. He's playing some music. He just loves this song, and he tells her, "All right, I'm gonna get going." Gives her a hug. Believe there was another coworker working. Gives her a hug. He takes off on his motorcycle going home, just like 2 miles up the road.
Yeah.
As he's going home, dude, coming down Paramount Boulevard, he's blindsided by this elder lady, about 79 years old. It was already nighttime, like 8.
What was he driving?
Harley.
Oh, a motorcycle.
So he's just going home, green light, and a lady blindsides him.
No.
She freaking ran him over. So that was tough because I'm coming home with my daughter, and I see this motorcycle on the ground, dude, and I'm like, what the fuck? I know that bike.
You just happen to be driving in that area?
Yeah, I was coming home, and I see the bike on the ground, and I see the tent. The tent, when it's over, that means it's not good.
That's not good.
Yeah, so I'm tripping out, and I know that bike because I literally just asked him about his rim like a couple days prior to that. And
you suspected that it was him, or
I right away knew I seen his shoe.
Wow.
And it's one of those things where you're coming up with everything for it not to be.
Yeah.
But like that's fucking him.
That's eerie.
That's
man.
him. Like fuck. So
yeah,
I'm already shaking. I'm tripping out. Because like I said, it became a brotherhood with these guys. Like they allowed me to work at their spot, and then not only that, I became their barber. So I'm seeing them grow and seeing how they're handling business, and it's just I'm feeding off of that. So that's how I'm running my show now. I mean, as far as the grunt work goes, like I said, I still do the grunt work at the shop. I take out the trash. I do the sweep. I'm the sweeper. I'm everything that my barber shouldn't have to be. Just all they have to do is go work there. It's my job to do the rest, to keep those lights going, keep the doors open.
Do all the grown up stuff.
All of it, dude. So that's what I got from my buddies, man. They're just work ethic was based off their Marine Corps experience, and I think that's one of those things that I hold dear to my heart. So when that incident happened, I called up my boy Nick, his partner, the owner of Bastards, and I'm like, "Yo, dude, there's a bike on the ground, there's a tent up," and I'm like trying to hold it together. And I said, "I think it's Calvin," and he's like also trying, like, "What the fuck? Like, don't say it. Like, what?" And so he's starting to make calls, and everybody's thinking that he's at home asleep. And I'm like, nah. So I get home. My mom's at home. She just got out the hospital. So I'm like, "Mom, I have to leave the kids here. I have to go back and see if that's my buddy."
Yeah.
So I go back, and by the time when I go back, I park at a Taco Bell that's right there, and I talk to a cop, and I'm like, "Yo, man, did the guy have a beard?" And he just looks at me with a straight face. And I was like, "Fuck." I said, was it Calvin from Bastards? And he looks at me again with a straight face, and he's just like, damn. And I was like, oh my God. So I look across the street, and his brother's there now, his little brother. And I just go over there, and I hug him. And I don't know what else to do. He takes a deep breath, and he just like, he said, "A lot of guys that ride Harleys have beards." And I was like, fuck. And at that point on,
he's still holding out, hoping.
Yeah. So I hug him, and the rest just turns black, man. Because we're there still, and we know who it is. It's just the final. It's confirmed that was Calvin Spencer. That part right there, when they hit us with that, it's like everybody's soul got ripped apart from them, dude. We all saw Blink because he was the rock, man, the rock to the team, the smiler, the one that you wouldn't see the stress out of. You would see the stress coming out of my boy Nick. My boy Nick he's a grinder, man. You see that he's stressfully working. But Calvin, man, Calvin knew how to hold that shit in, and he knew how to freaking keep a smile. Although there's a big fire burning inside of him to keep those lights on at Bastards. And that's where I took who I wanted to be from, was Calvin's smile dealing with the fire that's behind you. You don't have to worry about it. Don't worry. That's going on behind me, but hey, welcome to Bastards.
Right.
And that's where I'm at with my shop. And there's things I learned off of these people that I lost, that to fulfill my love for them is how I'm rocking with my journey. And I think that's the ultimate for me, is to keep them and honor them, because then them guys showed me a lot, and it led me to, like, Nick, the owner. He also, he's sober too. I think he's going on 10 plus years sober.
Awesome.
And that, to me, working in the bar industry, Marines, young drinkers, and being around it, these guys are drunks. But his sobriety has definitely, that was, to me, showing me the possibility. Then he became sober off of marijuana bud for, I think, 2 years now. So that, to me, is like, wow, dude, like, good shit, bro. If and I only know, like, your mind is at full throttle. Like, you opened up the accessibility of your mind now, which is, to me, great. And yeah, dude, those were my guys, man. And now where we're at today, like, I still see Nick, and he comes by when he can and gets a haircut. We chop it up, and things are starting to, like the page is starting to turn now. We're because for a while, we didn't realize it, but everybody was depressed. Like, he was, like, there but not there. The owner, Nick, me with the barbershop, and not saying with these specific losses, but, like, with everything else going on, like, I'm there but I'm not there. So thankfully, not thankfully, but because I had the alcohol, I guess I was able to push through that. What I thought was giving me the power, I thought the alcohol was giving me the power to do that.
Right.
It was just in my head. I was just consuming something. It's like like Michael Jordan's secret juice, and you put something on it, you say Michael Jordan's secret juice, you're gonna be like, oh, this is gonna keep me going, just like alcohol, man.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Like, if I take this, I'm gonna feel better, and I'm gonna be able to do it. Give me a second. So
yeah, but it's a lie, though.
It's a lie.
It's that excuse we were talking about earlier. It's an excuse to keep on not having to take responsibility, to not coming from a place of gratitude.
Oh yeah,
taking, life is so short, man.
It is, dude. And I
mean, obviously, that from the tragedies that you've experienced with your friends.
It's
clearly,
and then seeing, like, these other people struggling, man. And it's life is like, it doesn't have anything for us that hey, here's a playbook. This is how it's gonna go down. Okay, like, that's the part that once we push through those things, I think then like, as we get older, you start appreciating life from a different angle. And I hear that from a lot of older folks, where just get through this little patch in life. Once you pass it, things look better, man. But along with that, you have to also realize there's other things that have to be let go of in order for that growth to happen.
How do you let go?
Mine was the alcohol, and I thought I was doing cool up until almost 3 years ago. When I let it go, I started doing even better. So when I thought I was, I'm on a roll, man. Like, I'm doing cool. I landed over here in La Mirada. I didn't go back to Paramount and lost everything. I kept it going. Like, I think everybody was all eyes on me. Like, oh shit, is Drew gonna fail, or like, what's gonna happen? Like, kind of like, I could tell.
Yeah.
So I was doing it, and then, like I said, when sobriety kicked into gear, that's when even things got better, man. Like, the stress got more because now it's my shop, my name, everything's on. Like, I got, everything is on there now. Before, it wasn't all under my name.
Well, the thing is too is that sobriety allows you to start dealing with the issues, the underlying issues, the thing beneath the thing that is troubling you. You can't, when you're drinking alcohol, you're ignoring the problems of life. Alcohol is not, it's just the symptom of the problems, you know. And when I don't know what your experience has been, but my experience has been that once I sobered up, the things didn't get easier.
Yeah.
But now I'm able to actually confront and deal with these issues that I've been dealing with and still trying to figure them out. I've only been sober a year, not enough time, but in such a better place because now I'm feeling and recognizing all the crap that I've been holding on to.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? And that you can't do that if you're still under the bottle.
Yeah, man. And I feel like every day is still, like, I still get mouthwater. Like when I see
see
the
beer.
booze, oh, bro, I still get mouth watering.
My wife bought a tall can. It's been sitting in the fridge for like a week now. She bought it for herself, but she never drank it.
Sometimes, dude, yeah, I know that's tough. But
get rid of that.
Sometimes it's like I've tried the non-alcoholic beers, the like Heineken Zeros and stuff. Like,
but I mean, did you ever really drink just for the taste?
There was this one point in time, dude, where I was drinking. I think I was like 19, hanging around the neighborhood, and I was drinking, and I was barely getting into drinking heavy. And so we go to the